You might find this surprising. 45% of men believe they have small penises, and that's according to the British Journal of Urology International. Question is, would you want your male partner to get a boost down there if there was a painless treatment available? Here's what our social media followers had to say. 46% said yes, 54% said no, about half and half. Well, there's a treatment, and it's called ALMI, autologous lipocyte micronized injection. I know it sounds painful, but it actually uses one's own cells and tissues rather than synthetic fillers to help improve that volume down there. I understand it would be almost like an injection.
It is an injection,
but it's your own tissue as opposed to fillers. I've always said I get really cautious when I start thinking of needles and injecting things down there. I'm not game. I'm going to tell you right away, but I'm very curious.
And we're going to get into that because the anatomy of the penis is very unique. That outer covering, that skin layer, very thin between that and the inner structures that get engorged.
Some critical blood vessels there.
Yes,
exactly. So the concept of penis enlargement, not necessarily new, and there was sort of a trend. Well, 15 years ago, there was a guy in my office in New York that was doing a lot of these. 3 things you could do to enlarge the penis. You could cut the suspensory ligament and would give you a little more length and hang.
But side effects, right?
Side effect there, you wouldn't be as erect.
Right.
So that's just purely a flaccid appearance procedure.
Correct, and then there was V2Y advancement where you're actually making a cut in such a way that you're moving tissue from the abdomen down onto the penis to give it length. And then the third step with that protocol that they were doing was adding fat. Back then, fat transfer was not as refined as we're doing it now. That's why there's renewed interest in injecting into the penis, because our control of fat transfer, our ability to take fat from one part of the body, wash it, purify it, make it more, so those fat cells.
Where are they injecting this?
So the idea is this is actually for girth, right? So they have done studies actually that the circumference of the penis is actually much more important than the length for pleasure.
Yeah.
And so
what do you think, Dr.
visual, well, I mean, I think everybody has different things that float their boat. The same, a different study showed that women whose partners had longer penises actually had many more orgasms per month. So I think it's kind of an interesting question as to what works for different people.